If you have ever built a skeleton spawner XP farm like this, you will probably have noticed that the chest fills up very quickly with lots of low durability bows you're never gonna use, lots of armor and other things you don't really care about, and the only things you do want to keep, such as bones and arrows, are not really dominating the chest. And having to remove all of these bows individually and drop them into lava can be quite a tedious and annoying process. However, in this video I'm gonna show you how to attach an automatic item sorter to a farm like this that will allow you to sort out all the bones and all the arrows that you want to keep into individual chests, and an attached item disposal system that will be dropping all of these bows and armor you do not want to keep into a lava source, ultimately burning them and destroying them forever. So anyways, these are the resources you will need to do this. So anyways, let's get into it. Now the first step to doing this is to destroy and remove the original chest you have right here, which when we do we will obviously end up getting a lot of bows, and this is exactly why we're doing exactly this. So anyways, once you've destroyed that chest, you now will need to break out a small area. So anyways, the first thing you will have to do is go one block to the right of this hopper, one, and then you're gonna have to break this block down by 2 blocks. So 1, 2, then do the same on the block to the right, 1, 2, and then break down the same room you have right there, 2 blocks going towards you, so 1, 2, 1, 2, and then the same on this side. So anyways, what you will have to do now is place yourself out 2 double chests in the bottom right here, pretty much like this. So anyways, what you will have to do now is break 4 blocks forward on the top 3 blocks you have right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, do the same on the other side, because we're obviously going to need some space to fit all the redstone. So anyways, once you've done that, you're now going to need to jump into here, and going 2 blocks behind where you have the chest, you're going to need to break yourself down yet another block. So 1, 2, break this 1 more block down, then do the same again, count 2 blocks forward from these 2 blocks you broke out, 1, 2, and then break out these 2 blocks again. So now you should have something that looks like this. So anyways, what you will have to do now is place yourself 2 hoppers going into these chests from the back. Then you're going to need to place yourself out 2 temporary blocks on the back side of these 2 chests, and then place yourself 2 more hoppers going into these 2 temporary blocks. And if you want some more space, you can obviously break this 1 block higher up. So anyways, what you will have to do now is place yourself 2 repeaters looking into the middle block you have right here, and then place yourself 2 redstone torches on the side of these 2 blocks you have right here, and this should be on kind of the front side. So what you should have now is something that looks like this, and make sure you're doing all of this correctly and the same way I'm doing it. Then place yourself 3 solid blocks going out from both the bottom hoppers we have right there, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then place yourself 2 comparators going out from the top hoppers we have right here, and make sure these comparators are going out from these hoppers and not towards like this. So anyways, then place yourself 3 redstone dust going out from each of the comparators. So anyways, 1, 2, 3, and then do the same on the other side too. So what you should have now is something that looks like this. So anyways, what you will need to do now is head back to the front side of the farm right there, and then you're going to need to break yourself 4 blocks more going forward from the top of this hopper right here. And you should pretty much break this going into the side wall you have right here, so the same way this hopper kind of is facing. So anyways, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're also going to need to break this one higher, that way you have at least a 3 block tall area. So anyways, once you've broken out this room right here, you will need to break yourself forward as into the front side of the farm by at least 2 blocks. So anyways, then break out all the blocks we have right here by 2 more blocks going towards the front side of the farm. And then once you've done this, you're also going to need to lower the floor right here by 2 more blocks, that way you're at the same level as the chest right here. So anyways, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then just do the same on the rest of these blocks. And although it's not needed, I'm going to break out some of the blocks we have in the back right here, just to show you how the redstone in the back looks. That way you can confirm if you have built this correctly. So the redstone you have right here should look something along the lines of this. But anyways, now we can head back here and continue building. So what you will have to do first is place yourself a temporary block on top of this last hopper right here, and then place yourself a dropper facing downwards from this block, and make sure this is facing downwards. And this dropper right here should be pretty much 2 blocks away from where you have the hopper that's going to be collecting all the items from this farm. So anyways, what you will have to do now is place yourself a temporary block under this dropper, and then you're going to have to surround this block in solid blocks, and make sure these are blocks that cannot burn. So place yourself a block under, to the sides, and of course to the back, and then you can head in front right here, destroy that block and replace it with a lava source, and that lava should not be flowing anywhere. So anyways, once you've done this, what you will have to do now is place yourself a temporary block on top of this dropper again, and then place yourself 3 blocks to the right, so 1, 2, 3, then you can destroy the temporary block. Then going out from the middle block you have right here, place yourself another block going downwards, then destroy the top middle block. Then you will have to place yourself a repeater within this block you just broke, and this repeater should be looking towards the block that's almost on top of the dropper. Then place yourself a redstone dust to the right side of this dropper, and then place yourself a redstone torch to the right side of the block that has the repeater on it. And once you've done that, all the redstone should be flicking on and off, and the dropper should be making a little ticking sound, which means that it will drop anything into lava. So if I, for example, now drop some arrows into here, the arrows should disappear and they should be dropped into lava, as you can hear. So anyways, although I would recommend you just leave the system on constantly, if you want to turn this dropper system off, what you can do is place yourself a lever right here, and then just simply flick this off and and then all this will be turned off. So anyways, now we just have 2 more steps, and the first one is to head into each of these hoppers we have right here, as in the hoppers that's pretty much behind the comparators. And let's take the first hopper. You will firstly need to place yourself out 41 bones in the first slot of this hopper, boom, pretty much like that, and then you're going to need to fill up this hopper with 4 filter items. Now this is going to have to be 4 items that will never go through this system, so since we are probably never going to get dirt within the system, I'm just going to use dirt. And then for the second hopper, which is right here, you're going to need to place yourself out 41 arrows if you want to keep the arrows, and then of course place more dirt or 4 filter items in the last couple slots. Now then, once you have done that, the farm is actually ready to be used, and all you need to do now is simply just turn on the dropper system and then link up this dropper right here with the hopper we have right here. So what we can do now is pretty much link those up, and all the arrows we have within here should be appearing in this chest, as you can see. And once all the arrows have appeared within there, the bows we had within there should be dropped into this dropper, as you can see, and none of them happen to appear in any of these chests. So anyways guys, what we can do now is just stand there, start killing all these skeletons, and quite a few of them have spawned since we started, and we will be able to collect up and sort out all the bones and arrows we want to keep, and have all the armor and bows we do not want to keep sent into lava. Now since there's so many skeletons within there, I will actually end up having quite a few of the bones and arrows dropped to me. So what I can do instead to prevent that is simply add another slab right here, even destroy the top slab, and then just stand right here and kill all these skeletons.
A few moments later.
Alright, so as you might have seen from that time lapse, I have just killed all the skeletons and all the items should have been sorted out. So if I look into this chest now, we should have gotten ourselves quite a few bones. Look into this one, quite a lot of arrows, and of course we have no armor or no bows within these chests, because those exact items were dropped into this dropper and then dropped into the lava. So yeah, anyways guys, that is how to attach and add a very easy item sorter to a skeleton spawner XP farm in Minecraft. So anyways guys, that is it for this one. So yeah, thanks more for watching and I hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions about how this works or anything like that, feel free to leave them down below and I'll try to answer your questions as quickly as possible. So anyways, thanks more for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.